Paella time. Let's go. Hola, 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 bienvenidas y bienvenidos. Now it's paella time, so let's talk properly about what paella is. So paella is a pan. Literally means a pan, the pan where we cook the rice. But as well, in a region, in Valencia, it means the dish, the preparation. So it's both things with chicken, rabbit, garrofó, bachoca, all these words that you have no idea what they mean. Those are the ones that make this singular and iconic Spanish dish. My name is Chef Oscar from Telefèric Barcelona, and today we'll do one type of paella, one type of rice. Paella, there's several sizes of pan, the larger the best. This one perfectly could be for 2 to 4 people. This one is for 1, 2 people. One thing that you gotta take in consideration, and for me it's one of the most important ones, is that the layer of rice has to be skinny. So paella in Spain, we don't put a lot of rice. We just want to have like a really thin layer, and ultimately we'll talk about what we call the socarrat, that is the crispy layer at the bottom. But let's not get confused. Let's start from the bottom. What are the 3 most important things that we need to have or consider when we're cooking paella? Number 1 is the pan. This is a really thin stainless steel pan, just brings the heat really fast. So it's part of the technique, just cooking with it. Number 2, it's gonna be the rice. Bomba. There's other varietals in Spain, but this is the one that is most known. Our Teleferic brand, actually, that is the one that we'll be using today and that you can buy in our markets, in our mercat. And the bomba rice is very important. Bomba rice is a very shy rice. It's a grain that is short and round shaped, similar to arborio, but less starchy. Third thing, it would be the quality of the ingredients and the technique, right? And that's what we're gonna be learning today. So let's go, vamos, empezamos ya. I'm turning it on. I'm gonna put some heat. Max is 20. I'm gonna put it at 10. So the heat I want immediately. We're gonna start with some olive oil. We have the Teleferic one, which is an extra virgin olive oil. I'm gonna allow this oil to heat up. I'm gonna start using a little bit of what we call picada verde. Picada verde basically is we're gonna allow this garlic and parsley to start simmering. We wanna create this beautiful starting layer. We're gonna let them simmer. We don't wanna fry it, okay? Why? Because if we would cook the garlic at a really high temp, it would burn, would be extremely sour. Now at this point, we're gonna start adding some vegetables. We're gonna add some bell pepper, and as well, why not some beans? They're all chopped, brunoise. Paella really, you don't need a spoon, just about shaking it. We're gonna allow this paella to season itself. All the ingredients are gonna bring some sort of information. They're gonna bring some sort of joy to the preparation. What is important, and that's the main component of paella, it's not, don't say love. That's obvious. Patience. With you know that love and patience are connected. This is starting smelling really good. The volatiles of olive oil, red bell pepper, green beans. I think it's a perfect moment now to just starting adding some of our other ingredients in that chicken at the base. It's important. Obviously, there's a standard order. Normally, paella valenciana, we start browning protein. I don't have a large pan. That's why I decided to do vegetables first, and then I'm gonna add the protein. Just because this amount of water that the protein is gonna give me to the vegetables, they're gonna allow to soft it down, which is not a bad idea. Still, small marinade on the chicken, that secret recipe from Teleferic. It's slow, little by little. We're looking on the skin of this protein to be caramelized. This beautiful chicken. Later, we're gonna use a little bit of saffron, which is the key ingredient for the paella. It's gonna help on creating this aromatic base that is very flagrant, very delicate. Paprika as well. Saffron and paprika are gonna define mostly the identity of the paella that we do. And as well, they're gonna help towards the color, right? So as you see, it's not super complicated, it just takes a little bit of time. If you follow this pattern, you can do the paella whatever you want. Never gonna mess it up. Small amount of ingredients, very fresh, respect the season, embrace the season. Most important thing about this product that you guys have on your right, basically this is a paella kit. Skip all this purchasing that could be sometimes inconvenient. You can just order from our webpage. These paella kits are perfect. You can have so many possibilities when you're cooking paella. We just give you the base, we give you the seasoning, the oil, bomba rice, and finally sofrito. But it's gonna be up to you. You can ask me. I get asked all the time, can I use chicken? Can I use beef? You can use whatever you want, but you just need to respect this order. But mainly it's the same base that I'm teaching you today. What it's important is to understand the thought process on where we do have to put certain ingredient and where not. They don't belong, right? So for example, I'm just adding this chicken at the beginning because I just want to make sure that this chicken reaches 165 inside, right? So it's completely healthy for everyone to have it. But on the other side, if I just want to do like a small steak paella, right? Let's say that you have a beautiful flank steak and you just want to put it over a paella. In that case, probably I would sear it first, let it chill, cook my rice, slice it and top it. That's what we do with our ribeye paella. That is delicious. Now it's a very important moment because it's the time we're gonna add the pimenton. We're gonna stir it really quick, but we don't want anything to burn, so that we're gonna use this time to add a little bit of tomato paste. This is how we're gonna build our sofrito. One trick, when you'll do it at home, you will have your sofrito all ready, so you don't have to be worried about this step. The good thing about this kit, basically, it's that it has a full recipe. If you forget about the recipe, you don't know where you have it, you can always see this video. But the great thing about having a recipe is that this recipe is open. Calamari in your paella. If you want to use rabbit, if you're an adventurous person. Now we just gotta reduce. We have this beautiful sauce simmering and we're gonna be ready for success. All the vegetables are completely caramelized, reduced. Woo! This is the fiesta. And now we're ready to add our most precious ingredient, which is the saffron. We don't have to use a lot. This amount should be more than enough. Más que suficiente. Venga, some extra, just because it's only you and I. Once we're ready, we're gonna bring it here. We're gonna add the rice in. It's not my first time, so I do it by eye, but normally it would be half cup per person. Now time to stir the rice. This rice is not cooked, and why we stir it is because we wanna have a little bit of brown starchiness, and we're gonna cover with liquid, just doubling the amount of rice that we spread the rice, and we're not gonna touch it anymore. I'm gonna add some clams. I'm gonna check which is the amount of salt. And remember, the level of salt, it's up to you. But Spaniards, we tend to eat very salty. Extra for my people. You got it almost ready. Now it's the time to lower the burner and let it sit. Let the rice chill. That's the moment as well to add some seasoning. Little bit of chives, little bit of lemon, good to go. And for the final touch, the socarrat, crispy layer of rice, 2 tricks. One is smelling that it's slightly roasted, or finally, listen to the pan. We need to make sure that the rice is cracking and it's getting a little bit brown on the bottom of the pan. So it's crack, 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 crack. Socarrat. La paella!